So, hi everyone. My name is Anastasia, and I am the project manager of the TailBook. And today I want to share with you our experience of solving a crucial social problem via innovation technology. So, the problem with homeless animals is more huge than we may see from the first time, because it involves not only the stray animal itself and the person who feeds it, but it also involves the society and the government. I don't want to hurt you, but you pay for most of the times inefficient ways of governments to solve this social problem. So when we came up with the idea of the TailBook, we wanted to save animal lives by changing attitudes, by providing a ready-made tool, and by bringing attention to the issue. So let me introduce you the TailBook. TailBook, like most of the social networks, is based on a personal page. And on our case, it's a personal page of a stray animal, homeless animal. So this simple chart shows the whole idea of the service. You create an animal's page within 30 seconds. An artificial intelligence will provide you with a positive description of an animal, or you can come up with your own and get achievement for that. Add it to database, and now you and other users can provide an animal with a help. While helping, connect with other people like you, find out everything about castration, get achievements. So the whole idea is dancing around the personal page. The personal page in TailBook has a lot of elements. Some of them are common for the social networks, but some of them we created especially for the TailBook. And one of them is timeline. When we first thought about an idea of a timeline, we thought that it would be like a straight line with the milestones on it, like feed me, pet me, get rid of these fleas, and so on. But it just didn't work out. So we had to get creative and invent our own timeline. So our timeline consists of three elements. It's a part for interaction, it's some kind of a calendar, and a log of events. So here on mockup, you can see a cat surrounded by buttons. So each button is a way of helping. When we thought about idea of a TailBook, we realized that when people see someone is suffering or someone is hurting, it's hard to bear for people. That's why and one more thing, we wanted to reach as many people as we could. So we didn't want people able to donate be more meaningful than people willing to just check that the animal is okay. That's why so many ways of helping were born. So some of these buttons have extra functionality. For instance, neutering, castration, sterilization is the same thing. So if we do know about the fact of neuterization, then there will be a note about it here. And if we do not know anything about that, or if we do know that there was no any neuterization, then we will provide a comprehensive information about who, where, when, and how you can do that. And we can even provide with an appointment on a specific date, so it will be in the future. By the way, does anyone know how to determine that, for example, a cat is neutered without looking under its tail? Anyone? Nobody. Yeah. So for those who know, who doesn't know, yeah, you won't tell that these 15 minutes were a waste of your time, because I will tell you an interesting fact. So the cat is neutered, 100% neutered if one of the edge of its ears is clipped. Welcome. So the next slide. The calendar. Actually, we got the idea from the GitHub. So the calendar displays the frequency of interactions with a specific animal. And here goes the log of events, which records all the interactions with the specific animal. At this point, we came up with the idea of the messenger, because inner messenger, because obviously people who pet the same animal would want to communicate somehow. So how do we do the personal page? And here we have 3 simple steps. Upload a photograph of an animal on the street, or you can do it later. So we've invented a microservice that allows us to pull the location information from the picture, from the photo. Then step number 2, choose parameters, like you see on the mockups. It's simple clicking, and then generate the description. Another invention of the TailBook, we created a description generator. When we, again, thought about the idea, we realized that people don't want sad stories. That's why all the descriptions that we generate are positive. Like this one, you can see example of the description. So the user here definitely wanted to tell us that it's a red cat, it's not a kitten, not a cup, it's a grown-up animal. Probably user thinks that it may need veterinary assistance. It's overweight, it's untouchable, and user doesn't know anything about the fact of castration. So we already done a lot, and this is the list of what we are working on at the moment. And a couple of slides from our development team. So the tools that we used creating TailBook are pretty typical for this type of projects, and you may see them at the bottom of the slide. I will only highlight the key points, and if you are interested in details, you can find that person, Sasha, that person, it's our developer, and you can ask him any question in details. So the first step we took was the vision. It is the step where we took the whole bunch of our big ideas and turned them into the vision of what we want to do in our application. And we were inspired by some fancy tools like system engineering, data modeling, UML, Borrow method, and so on. And the next step is rapid prototype. It is the step where we're at right now. And here we use no-code decisions, solutions, microservices, and a little secret that I will tell later. So we do understand that we need to migrate soon, and we need to take our microservices and migrate to a cross-platform application. Inventing TailBook, we used a lot of different instruments. For example, for creating landing page, we used Wix and Tilda. But we had to cut off with Wix because Tilda gave us the opportunity to import information from Figma. That was very important for us. And speaking about the application itself, which is actually not an application at all, because we used our secret element, PWA, that wraps the website in something like an application. So we used two no-code decisions, Glider and Adalo. But unfortunately, Glider doesn't suit the needs of the TailBook. That's why we ended up with Adalo. And I need to say that no-code solutions have its advantages and disadvantages. So the crucial advantage for us was the velocity, because it allowed us to create an MVP, working MVP, within a couple of days. And it's amazing. And the second advantage, important advantage for us, is that we get admin panel for free. And however, there are disadvantages. And the crucial disadvantage for our designer is the lack of customization. It's really painful. And the second disadvantage is, well, imagine a factory, big one, and instead of modern robo machines, you have a toolbox, which runs fast, but the tools, the tools can be used only by one developer at a time, because two are already a pain. So we do understand that we need to migrate, and definitely while migrating we will keep our landing by Tilda and our already existing microservices and others that we will invent in the nearest future. So speaking about our application, we will separate backend using Strapi or custom something, and speaking about front end, we will need to rewrite it on React Native or Flutter or something else. So here we have a question for you. If there's anyone who has an experience in such kind of smooth migration from no code, or at least someone want to try it with us, please find us. We will appreciate it a lot. We do understand the evolution of our project from an idea to a full-fledged, self-sustainable ecosystem. And when we speak about ecosystem, we mean that TailBook is not only about taking picture of a cute kitty and upload it to the application. We are speaking about an aggregator, a comprehensive aggregator, but of course we will need a lot of resources, a lot of different resources, because we need to teach our application speak in Serbian, because we will need to connect shelters, volunteers, and clinics, and more. So again, please find us if you want to try it with us. Meet the team. So it's amazing how a small group of people with the same interests can easily and fast become a real team. So I guess that's it for now. Thanks for having me, and I'm ready for a couple of questions.
I'm just thinking about how you upload a picture of a cat. Do you use artificial intelligence, something like, I don't know, machine learning, to recognize that this picture is already was provided by someone else before, so you do not have duplications of animals in your database? Do you use it, or are you planning to use it, or does it work?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yes, we plan to use an artificial intelligence, of course, in many places of our application. But right now, we have a decision of how to, I forgot the word.
Say it.
Избежать.
To avoid.
Avoid, yeah. We've learned how to avoid doubling cats in our application. when you download the picture, the next step you see is that application allows you to choose if this animal was already uploaded and shows you cats around this area. But this is the first step.
Sorry, that's not the question, but the recommendation. Find the one of the, I don't know, startup or already working application in China. They made the nose recognition like fingerprints, but nose prints for the cats and dogs. So you are making like 10 or 15 photos of your dog, for example. If it lost, someone could photo it and find. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Try to search on this area.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you a lot.